Ever heard something that made you spill your tea, roll your eyes, or plain laugh out loud? Welcome to Say What Now TV, your place for daily content on tongue-slipping, mind-bending social issues and trending topics around the world. Be amazed, get annoyed, be entertained. Welcome to another episode of Say What Now TV. Today's episode takes us to the island of Jamaica. More than 2,000 homeless people live on the streets in Jamaica, with more than 700 located in the city of Kingston. The plight of the homeless in Jamaica is a desperate one. 7 homeless persons have been murdered since the start of 2021. A few days ago, a homeless man was bludgeoned to death while he slept on Lyndhurst Road in Kingston. In October, a man said to be of unsound mind beheaded a homeless man in the parish of St. Anne. Months earlier, 4 homeless men were chopped to death in Kingston. 1 homeless woman perished in flames that engulfed a building in the downtown area. The fire was labeled as arson, and the fire resulted in an additional 30 persons becoming homeless. Could the root cause of the problem be public perception? The Jamaican government has been doing an excellent job of satiating the immediate needs of the homeless in several areas, but does it address the root of the problem? Check out the description box for a list of government-led initiatives that support the welfare of the homeless in Jamaica. Some common public perception and beliefs that could be contributing negatively to the state of homelessness in Jamaica are that homelessness means madness. Given the sometimes filthy exterior of a homeless person, one can appreciate how easy it is to believe the person's mind is just as messy. Another is the stigma of homelessness, where it's a matter of I see it but get it out of my face. I do not want to deal with it. And another is the way homelessness is presented through the lens of how it affects persons with homes. The us versus them mentality. Instead of helping the homeless, the view is to blame them for the condition that they are in. Laughable but believed by some, homelessness is caused by a housing problem. But is it really? Are there not enough houses for everyone, so people are living on the streets? Is the affordability of housing the problem? It is understood that affordability of rent continues to diminish and could easily plunge a household into homelessness, but there are other factors at play. And finally, the viewpoint that homelessness is a symptom of personal failure and that poverty can be avoided. Now let's move to attacking the problem at the root. The work of the government is commendable, as we cannot neglect the immediate needs of the homeless. There are, however, additional factors to consider in attacking the problem at the root. Questions we could ask are: how many persons in Jamaica became homeless during the pandemic? Is anyone doing this kind of research? If yes, please share in the comments below. Another question: what is the case of street boys? Are they truly homeless or just hustling? How is the matter of privacy being addressed in public housing? Does a homeless family enjoy the privilege of privacy? Shelters are a temporary fix. These accommodations also have rules that restrict the independence of the homeless, especially for someone who is used to enjoying the freedom of movement. And the final question: what is a policy that addresses homelessness? A band-aid has been placed on the problem, but is there a plan? Some people believe they are immune to homelessness, but if you ask the homeless, some of them would never have thought they could be in such a state. At any stage of life, one could fall into a state of homelessness. As such, we need to stand in the gap for the homeless, because it could easily happen to any of us. You don't have to literally walk in the shoes of the homeless the way Tyra Banks did, but take some time to stop and truly look at the situation. Extreme poverty increases the risk of homelessness, but the rich have also fallen prey to the condition. In the blinking of an eye, circumstances can change and you find yourself walking in the very shoes you disdain. Not every homeless person is senile and require the watchful eye of the state. The government could consider that it may be cheaper to provide permanent housing for the homeless than the costly expense of running some of these facilities. We need to do the math and present practical solutions in addition to those being implemented. If you are in this situation, would the present strategies addressing the problem be enough for you? How quickly would you recover from a state of homelessness? Are the existing resources adequate to facilitate this process? What about the psychosocial needs of the homeless? Are they being adequately addressed by the system? Through the voice of the homeless, the answer could be as simple as give the homeless homes or give me a job, don't feed me. All in all, it is a complex issue that requires more attention, and the average citizen needs to increase their engagement in helping the government to eradicate the problem. The threat to life and limb of the homeless is a constant reminder of the predatory nature of humans, and in the absence of proper education and awareness, some people will take drastic and sometimes barbaric means to remove the problem. This reality cannot be overlooked. Share your views in the comments below and be sure to like, share and subscribe. Also check out another episode of Say What Now TV. Do you have a burning issue that would shock or entertain our viewers? Share your scoop at saywhatnowtv10@gmail.com.